Nobody thinks they're a gold digger. That's kind of the point. The word conjures up a very specific image. Someone calculated, cold, deliberately choosing a partner for their bank balance. And you're nothing like that. But here's the question that might sit with you for the rest of this video. What if gold digging isn't always a conscious decision? What if it's a pattern? Quiet, justified, almost invisible, running underneath perfectly genuine feelings. Because psychology has found something most people aren't ready to hear. Financial attraction doesn't always look like ambition. Sometimes it looks exactly like love. Most people never examine this in themselves. They screen other people for it, they joke about it, they point. But once you understand how the psychology actually works, you might start looking in a different direction. These aren't the obvious signs. These are the hidden ones, the ones that feel completely normal from the inside. Here's what's happening at the brain level. Security and attraction are processed through overlapping neural circuits. When someone makes us feel safe, financially, emotionally, physically, the brain releases the same reward signals as romantic connection. That's not manipulation. That's biology. But it means that for some people, financial security and genuine attraction have become so deeply fused, they can no longer tell them apart. The feeling is real. The question is, what's actually triggering it? Sign 1. Your interest noticeably shifts after you find out what someone does for a living. Not their values, not their character, their job title. Think about the last time someone became more attractive to you. Not after you laughed together, not after they said something that moved you, but after they mentioned where they work. That's not always love growing. Sometimes that's security activating. Sign 2. You explain away red flags when someone has money and amplify them when they don't. Psychologists call this motivated reasoning. Your brain works backward from a conclusion it already wants to reach. Imagine two people. Same behavior, same flaw. One is financially comfortable. One isn't. Be honest. Do they feel like the same flaw? Sign 3. You've never seriously dated someone who earns less than you. Not because it never happened, because somewhere in the selection process, early, quietly, without announcement, they were filtered out. And here's the part most people miss. It doesn't feel like a filter. It feels like a preference. And preferences feel like personality. Sign 4. Relationship problems feel more tolerable when money is involved. Distance, coldness, neglect, these become complicated rather than deal breakers. There's a psychological term for this, sunk cost attachment. But sometimes it's not time that's been invested. It's a lifestyle, a sense of security, a version of the future. When the thought of leaving is tangled up with the thought of losing financial comfort, that's worth sitting with. Sign 5. You genuinely believe wealthy people are simply better partners, more mature, more reliable, more serious about life. This one is insidious because it sounds like having standards, but what it often is, and research on attachment and financial anxiety confirms this, is a deeper equation. Safety equals worth. When you grew up in financial instability, the nervous system learns to equate money with security, and security with love. It's not shallow. It's survival logic, just running in the wrong context. Awareness is the only honest starting point. Not guilt, not self-punishment, just the willingness to ask, is this attraction or is this relief? Is this person exciting or do they make the future feel less threatening? Those are very different things, and you deserve to know the difference. Because building a relationship on security isn't wrong, but confusing security for love, that's where things quietly break. The most honest thing you can do isn't to stop caring about stability. It's to stop pretending you don't. Name it, understand where it came from, and then consciously decide what actually matters to you. If this made you think, even just a little, share it with someone brave enough to be honest with themselves. And if you want more psychology that holds up a mirror instead of a finger, subscribe. We're just getting started.